I don't know why I'm doing this recording. I'm going to lean to the side because the light's getting down. I'm not over in the blind. I just had the police and ambulance here. Karen's been taken into hospital again. Nobody understands or has no idea what that woman or I have been through. Our children were taken into care in March. They've been in care ever since, and now there's a children's hearing being held on the 11th of this month, whereby they're going to turn around and say that no further contact should be made between ourselves and our children. Now, when the police were here, they kind of pointed out that, oh, we can't comment on this, but we turned up because Karen had attacked one of the police officers. Well, Karen had attacked one of the police officers subsequently in March because one of the police officers' face was as close as that as my hand to my face, and shouted at her that she'd neglected herself, her house and her children. I unfortunately had a few drinks. I'm diabetic type 1. I hadn't had a drink since 2008. I ended up being unconscious and lying in an unconscious state in my bed. Unfortunately, my role at night is to more or less clean up everything. And Karen's role was to get the girls to bed, bath them, brush their teeth and so forth. I mean, we done this. I mean, 1 week she'd be on, 1 week she'd be off, and she'd do what I do, which was to hoover, do the dishes. Unfortunately, because I was unconscious and I had been drinking that night to lead to that unconsciousness, nothing was done. The living room wasn't hoovered, so therefore the food that the girls had had, because they'd been throwing food about, the police, when they came up here, automatically thought, oh right, there's food on the carpet, rotten food. And then they had the audacity to turn around and say that we weren't looking after our children properly, and shouted at Karen with regards to it, and arresting her on the spot because of that. Now, I don't really care whether or not you listen to this, because to be honest with you, I'm just getting out what I feel, and I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I don't care whether 1, 10, 12, 100, 100,000 watch it, because at the end of the day, what I'm pouring out is the truth, and what I'm telling you is the truth. I may sound like an idiot, maybe I am, I don't know, but the fact of the matter is, I love my girls. And Karen loves hers too. They got taken away from us just because of one mistake we made, because I wouldn't admit to social services when they were putting us through this crappy assessment that I was a bad parent and that I didn't think about the children, when in actual fact I did. And for everybody who wants to know and who doesn't know this person, it's Anne-Marie Kennedy. Anne-Marie Kennedy from the Colonsay Centre in Perth is the person who made that decision, who made that drastic, horrible, demeaning decision to take our children away from us. And now, me and Karen are left with nothing. This house is a shell without it. This house is a complete and utter shell without our children. And to be honest with you, I feel like crying my eyes out right now, but something's holding me back, and I need to be strong for Karen. Karen's away to Motherwell Hospital now, and I love her more than anything in the world. But I also love my children. She gave birth to them, for God's sake. How can people possibly think that that wouldn't affect her? That wouldn't hurt her? How could people possibly think that, considering the fact that Karen had schizoaffective disorder, that this would not send her into a mental collapse? Nobody has no idea what me and Karen have been through Especially Karen, because you've carried them bairns, and now them poor children are put into care because of social services, because they think they know it all. We were perfectly caring and safety conscious parents towards our children, and we never wanted one bit of what happened to us. But of course, society in general is judgmental, and I'm sure this will get judged as well. Or maybe you deserved it, maybe this, maybe that. Well, maybe I did. But there's so many things in our lives that's happened, and we do not, certainly no one, not even our worst enemy, deserves their children to be taken away from them the way ours was. I just hope for this sake that my honesty will shine in other people, and they'll realise and understand that what they're going through is partly what I've been through as well. And yes, the light's kind of shading and kind of going dark in the room, so you probably can't see me. That's a deliberate thing. I don't really want my face being shown, although my voice will probably get heard and get known by some people. All I can say is, myself and Cam, we don't deserve this. Our children, our girls don't deserve this. They don't deserve not to have their parents who love them so much, and no one understands that. Thank you for listening.